Let's talk about being sick. Okay, so I want to talk about being sick, and I don't mean just like the congestion or the headache or like the raspy voice. I mean what happens mentally when your body starts to run down. So I'm sick right now, as you can hear. Nothing dramatic, but just enough to feel foggy, tired, and uncomfortable in my body. And I'm noticing something that I've noticed before, but I haven't really had the space to talk about it until now. So when I'm sick, my body gets really weak, but my brain goes into overdrive. I'm literally lying in bed trying to get rest, and my body just becomes a vessel. It's kind of like my brain decides to run a Lifetime movie marathon on repeat, and all my negative core beliefs, old memories, old trauma, it's all front row and center, full IMAX surround sound, Technicolor 4D, all that shit. And it's not just my thoughts, it's feelings, physical and mental. My body reacts like it's all happening now and not in the past. And what's wild is I can still see the reality of everything that's happening sitting outside of my head. I know that I'm safe and I know that I'm okay, but I have to actively force myself to relax. And I'll be honest, I get so goddamn mad at myself because why, dude? Why does my brain do this shit? Like, what the fuck did I go to therapy for? Goddamn, dude. I mean, I'm kidding. I'm mostly kidding, but I'm starting to realize that this isn't regression. This is depletion. So earlier I asked Google, can you physically get sick from being too emotional or stressed? And yeah, absolutely. That's a thing. It's real. But I think the reverse is also just as real. When your body is sick, your emotional resilience drops. Your nervous system is already working overtime just to keep you functioning and normal. So there's less energy to regulate those thoughts, those memories, and all those feelings. It's like my brain just stops trying to protect me. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's not working, and the background noise starts to get louder. And here's the thing about old insecurities. They don't truly disappear. They don't. They just get quieter when you're more resourced and when you know more. And when I'm feeling good and rested and grounded, I can, for the most part, contextualize things. I can zoom out. I can remind myself of growth and nuance and reality, and I can be somewhat more kinder to myself. But when I'm like sick, everything feels personal. Everything feels permanent. And feelings try so hard to become reality. My brain loves to say, yeah, see, this is who you really are. This is the truth. This is what you've been avoiding. It feels like I'm gaslighting myself into thinking all of the awful things are true, that I'm fat, that I'm ugly, and I can't be anything more than that. That voice feels convincing, and not because it's accurate, but because I'm fucking tired. And fatigue has a way of making feelings feel like facts. Being sick already puts me in a weird relationship with my body because I feel swollen. I feel slower, sluggish, less coordinated. I feel less like myself. So any negative thoughts I have, like especially the body related ones, they just hit harder. So something not fitting, something not going the way I imagined, something I was excited about, suddenly turning into shame. On any normal day, dude, that shit would sting and then I would just try to move past it. But on a sick day, it just feels like I'm being confirmed. It's confirmation. I'm gonna be so clear about this. I'll be very real. None of this means that I'm back at square one. It means that my nervous system is fucking tired. I mean, I'm also noticing lately that my brain wants to narrate everything as well. Like, oh, why did he say that? Why am I still so hurt by what happened years ago? Why am I such an awful friend? And I've learned that those questions aren't actually curiosity. It's just my shame taking its turn at the wheel. I don't think growth means never feeling bad ever again. I feel like it means recognizing what's happening sooner. And right now, what's happening is pretty simple, even if it feels really intense. I'm sick, I'm depleted, so my thoughts are harsher, and that's, basically that, you know? And the thing is, none of this came out of nowhere. So the last couple of days before I got sick, I could already feel my nervous system working overtime. I was dealing with heavy emotions with friends, with my partner, and I was internalizing a lot of it, just holding a lot of well, I was holding a lot of space there. And, then today is what kind of tipped me over the edge. I ordered this onesie. Oh my god, this is so stupid. I ordered this onesie on Amazon, and listen, it's so cute. It's all black, it has a skeleton print, very me, very Hot Topic vibes. Um, One of my homies invited me out this Sunday, and the theme for this thing is to be in onesies, and I've literally never owned one before. So they're kind of hard. They're just hard because they're hard to find in my size. It's hard to find them in a big and tall size for me. But I found one. I checked the measurements, if I felt confident in it, and I was already imagining how it would look on me. I was so fucking excited, dude. It arrived today. I tried it on, and it fits, but it doesn't fit. It hugs all of my curves in a way that doesn't feel good. My proportions feel off. I suddenly feel hyper aware of my body in a way that I wasn't 5 minutes earlier. And the disappointment on any other day, honestly, I would have been annoyed. But like today, it fed directly into everything that I've been talking about, like all the thoughts, the insecurity, the trauma, the narratives, like, see? And that's when I realized that none of this is even about the onesie. It's about being emotionally and physically depleted and having one small thing land way heavier than it normally would. This episode isn't about solving anything. I don't need a lesson. I don't need some dramatic breakthrough. I don't need to rewire my brain while I'm congested and fucking exhausted. I just need the permission to say it out loud that this is what my brain sounds like when I'm run down. Not this is who I am, not this is the truth. Just that this is what it sounds like to be emotionally and physically depleted. So, if you're listening to this while you're sick or sad or have low energy, if you're burnt out, if you feel fragile in any way, I want you to hear this. You're not backsliding. You're not secretly failing. You're not uncovering some hidden flaws about yourself. Your capacity is just much lower right now. And when your capacity is low, everything feels louder. That doesn't mean that you've lost your progress. It means that you need rest, not judgment. I need to keep reminding myself that it's okay to be unproductive. It's okay to overthink sometimes. It's okay if I don't feel confident today. I just want to be gentle to myself. And honestly, that is so much fucking harder than doing the work sometimes, but I think it counts. I feel like it counts. So if this episode feels kind of like quieter, slower, or softer than usual, I mean, I'm sick. I'm fucking sick, dude. But yeah, this is just me showing up as per usual. And if you're here listening, thank you so much for staying. And if you want to buy me a medicine ball from Starbucks, I'd really appreciate that. Oh, and then before I leave too, I just took a COVID test. So I have COVID. It's been confirmed. Your boy has COVID. So bye. Thank you for listening to the Please See Above podcast. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Eric Appleseed. I'm Eric Ornelas, the creator, executive producer, and host of Please See Above. This podcast is recorded in Glendora, California. Music is by Juan Avitia. Be sure to check out new episodes every Wednesday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.